Hey guys, welcome back to Kriss Beauty. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Christina. Some of you call me Kriss, others Tina. Whatever you prefer, girl, that is fine with me. Alright you guys, so in today's video, I'm actually super excited. It's something that I've been dying to film. I actually was scrolling through SHEIN. So for those of you who don't know what SHEIN is or haven't watched some of my last videos, it's actually a online clothing store. Specifically, I believe it's a Chinese brand. I have ordered from them before. I absolutely love their swimsuits. I just recently found out that they're in connection with Longwear. I believe that's how you say it. And I ordered clothes from them as well. And I love SHEIN. A lot of people have mixed reviews about certain sizing and certain materials, but I love SHEIN. I was scrolling through SHEIN and I happened to come across their makeup section. I had no idea that they sold anything beauty related aside from fashion and accessories. I actually I ordered a bunch. I mean, literally a full face. Guys, this is a lot. Some of it is the SHEIN brand. Some of it is just what's on the SHEIN website. So it may not be the SHEIN brand. I am going to be doing a full face of SHEIN makeup and I'm super excited. So if you're not already subscribed to Kriss Beauty, go ahead and do so. Turn on your bell notifications and let's get started. Alright you guys, so I have this huge bag of like everything. I mean anything from makeup brushes to foundation, primer, like the whole shebang. I'm going to show you guys as I go along. I did open the package, make sure everything was, here. It did come in 2 separate packages. I ordered in the middle of May, and because of everything that's going on with COVID and everything like that, it took about 3 weeks to get here. I want to give you guys exactly how much I spent. So in total, I spent about 90 bucks. That also includes like the extra little weird accessories that I got on top of it. I would say just on makeup alone, I spent about 85 bucks. So I don't think that that's bad at all, especially with how makeup is priced these days. Girl, that's perfect. So I did get a little, honestly, I got a little bit of everything and I'm ready to go in. I got foundation, I got me some lashes. They also have makeup palettes, you guys, oh my god, and it's super heavy and I'm excited. I think I'm way too excited. So we're gonna go through this one by one. I usually start off with primer, so that's what I'm going through right now. I got contour sticks, like we're ready to go. All right, so either I didn't buy primer or I can't find it because it did come in like 2 different packages and I kind of like placed it all in one. So because I can't find the primer or I didn't purchase it, I'm not sure. I would have to go over my order again. I'm gonna use the Pretty Fresh hydrating hyaluronic acid primer from ColourPop. This is like my go-to. Super hydrating. It smells really nice and it doesn't break me out, so that is a win for me. I did go ahead and wipe down my face with towelettes, well, hydrating cleansing towelettes just to start, and I'm going in with some primer. This has a really soft finish, but it's also, it gives you a little bit of a grab. We should start off with eyes because I don't know how things are going to hold up. I don't know if there's going to be fallout. Okay, so this palette right here is called Glam Blossom Palette Eyeshadow. But honestly, like, come on guys. Like, first of all, it has a beautiful mirror. It has the plastic on it, very bougie-esque, and then it gives me, honestly, it gives me ColourPop vibes. Like it's so cute. This shade is really nice. It's like a rose gold. All right, so I mean, it's not like, I don't know if you guys can see that. You'll see better on my eye. It's not horrible. It definitely does stain, which is not like the end all be all. So we're working with this palette today. I do have some concealer that I want to put on my eyes. So I do have 2 concealers here. They were a bunch. I mean, literally the options were crazy. Like, and some of the stuff were actually sold out. This one is called the Glam, and I'm guessing Glam is the SHEIN website or the SHEIN brand. If you watch my channel before, you know that I like to sort of mix and match like super light shades and sort of yellowish or skin tone shades. So this one is super light. It comes with a nice applicator. And then the second one is also again Glam, the Eye Candy Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade 203 Greenland. This one actually looks pretty light too, but I love that it comes in this like situation right here. So this is the one that I just squeezed out of the tube. This one definitely feels a lot more thicker and like pasty, While this one does feel thick as well, but this one is definitely something that is probably going to work as spackle for me. So I'm excited about these two shades. I think I did a great job. You guys are zoomed on in. My hair's pinned back. I look a little crazy, but it's going to be fine. Okay, so I did actually pick out some... This is a brush set from them, and I'm like, you guys, hold on. Let me take it out the package because I know, I'm not bugging. These look really familiar. Okay, so it comes really nicely wrapped, very sanitary, super freaking soft. Do you see this right here? I want you to take a look at this. Does this not look just a coinkydink, a little bit similar? No? So this is my Wet n Wild P65. Is this not, and this is from SHEIN. What is going on right here? First of all, they're not the same brush, but they look identical. Honestly, I'm gonna leave everything down below. I'm not sure what this set is called. They had a whole bunch of brush sets, even one that looked identical to the Morphe brush set, but it was sold out. Like, people are like, they were going crazy over this stuff. So these are what the eye brushes are looking like. I am gonna take the She Glam Creamy Concealer in 01 Fair, based on the eyes. I'm gonna have to use one of these beauty sponges. This comes with a pack of 2, and of course it's from the SHEIN line specifically. And so it comes with this black one that's like nice and angled. I love this for like under the eyes. And then it comes with like a beauty blender sort of dupe sort of looking thing. So I'm gonna use this to blend this out. Okay, and so I just blended it all the way down. Okay, so this has like nice coverage actually. I'm not sure how it performs under the eyes yet, so I don't want to give my full opinion. I'm liking the sponge as well. I'm gonna take this brush that you would use like for a transition shade or to like really pack on in the crease. You know what, let's start off with the shade May. This is the one that I did not swatch. It's like a nice brown shade. So let's see how these, oh, I'm nervous. All right, a little bit cranberry. I'm kind of surprised. Honestly, I have not touched makeup in so long. So it is a little more purple than it is brown, but I'm not mad at it at all. Okay, so I did end up bringing it all the way down and around, like just covering the crease. Honestly, everything's performing really well so far. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up a different brush. This one is I believe this is like a blending brush, but it does have a flat top. So I'm going to go in with the shade Youth. I'm just going to start blending this out. Okay, so this brush is a little bit more, I would say, dense. This brush is like kind of weird. It's nice and fluffy, but it's like really long. I'm gonna go ahead and pick that shade up on this brush though. Okay, this blend is like everything, honestly. I'm liking it so far. So I think that those two shades so far, they're blending out beautifully. But I do want to take the first brush that I took and the first shade that I took, which was called May. So I am gonna take that brown sort of purpley shade or the cranberry shade. All right, so this is kind of what I have so far. I don't have a particular look in mind, so I'm kind of like struggling to think about what I'm gonna do next. I'm not sure what shimmer shade I should put down. I think I want to do Venus. We're just testing out today. Ooh, oh my god. Oh, I am in love. My god, the pigmentation, honey, come on. So I put it on about, I would say 90% of the way, and I left the inner and outer corner bare because I kind of want to add some color. All right, and now I do want to take this shade, which is a cranberry shade for sure. It's probably going to come up red, who knows. And it's called Fever. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is definitely, look, that's red. I think that's my only issue with this palette so far, is that the colors in the pan doesn't come up the way it's supposed to. I'm not mad at it, but I just think that if, you know, people have certain expectations, it might piss somebody off. But that red cranberry shade is going in the inner and outer V. I'm loving the eye look so far, I'm not gonna lie. The mattes are not performing too bad over the shimmers. Usually when you put mattes over shimmers, they kind of have a hard time blending. This is like, it's honestly blending like a dream. I just want to blend around the harsh edges really quickly, and then we can move on to some liner. All right, you guys, so let's move on. I think that the eyes are coming out amazingly. All right, you guys, so I'm going to move on to some eyeliner. This is what the packaging looks like. It's actually from the brand Folklore. It's called the Intense Liquid Eyeliner. I didn't understand why the packaging had to be this big, knowing that there was only one liner. But anyways, so this is supposed to be a pen eyeliner. I haven't done a wing in a while, so please bear with me. I'm gonna see what this looks like. Okay, so just already, it's having a hard time going over the shimmer. Okay. Alright, so I would have to say that the application is pretty easy. It is breaking or not necessarily covering over the shimmer areas, so I'm gonna have to go over that once it dries down. Maybe a 6 or a 7 out of 10. So far it's okay. All right, you guys, so this is as good as the eyeliner is gonna get. Again, I give it like a 7 out of 10. It's doing what it's supposed to do. I would probably use it again. I haven't done liner in a while, so it's looking a little rough, but we're gonna go ahead and move on. We're gonna move on to finally foundation. I picked out the Silky. Did I pick out matte? Tina. It says this foundation delivers a silky matte finish for a beautiful natural look that's soft and refreshed. So I guess it's not supposed to be like ugh, like choking you matte. And this is, I believe I swatched this, but this is what it looks like. This is from the brand, this is the SHEIN brand, okay, and this is in the shade Natural Buff. I have been doing a different sort of foundation routine, but I'm gonna go ahead and do my old foundation routine and see what it looks like. I am going to apply this with the damn sponge. I thought this was gonna be like super full coverage. I would say that the shade is very nice. I might have to use some extra pumps though. Really nice. But let me go ahead and add a little more. Alrighty. This is looking like, it's looking pretty nice. Bringing up my dry spots just a little bit, and it hasn't even really fully dried down. So I'm kind of scared, but we're gonna work with it. Okay, so I would definitely say to use, for this foundation in particular, to use half a pump for sure. Just because it's one of those foundations that you have to build. But it has really nice coverage, so I'm excited. Alright, I'm honestly, I feel like I have nothing bad to say so far. I would use this in the future with a little bit more hydration. It's looking really nice. I'm loving the sponge as well, so it's the foundation I'm excited for. I did buy a contour stick as well. I did not forget about my contour. We never do over here. So this is the She Glam Soft Shape Contour Stick in 103 Espresso. This was another hot item on the site. Like, barely any shades were available. Oh, okay, so it has a brush, like a KKW vibe. And then this side, this is not used. It was just stamped in the top there. But this is a really nice shade. Okay, so I'm going to apply this to my normal areas. I love, I forgot how convenient a contour stick is. I mean, for a few bucks, come on, that's pretty damn good. So we have contour the face. I think this is a really good shade as well. It's nice and warm, but it does have a little bit of that neutral tone to it, so it's not too much. I'll start off with the Eye Candy Pro Longwear Concealer because it's a little more yellow, and I want to place that. It's just this little applicator is not convenient. So I'm going to start off by blending this first and see what we get, and then I'll put the other concealer on top. So let me start off with the chin, blending out the under eyes. It's definitely brightening a little bit. So before we add on the second concealer, I just want to buff out this contour really quickly. It's having a hard time moving. Oh wow, it gives like really nice, you know how with contour sticks you kind of like, you put them down and then they kind of evaporate into nothing? This doesn't do that. I love it. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna find anything wrong with any of these products today because they are like coming through all the way. And I don't blend the nose contour just yet. So I'm gonna add the second concealer, which is a lighter concealer, and I want to brighten under the eyes. This one definitely feels, for some reason it feels thicker. We're gonna highlight the nose and we're going to blend. Okay, so this gives a nice luminous coverage. It's nice and full coverage. Oh yes, that, honey. Okay, so this is what we need. It is giving all the coverage. It is giving beautiful highlight. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this side really quickly. I don't put too much pressure on the nose, but I put just enough pressure so that there's no harsh lines. Honestly, yes. That's all I have to say. I'm very satisfied so far. Like, I'm very, very, very surprised. I want to go ahead and set my face with the Shein Perfect Setting Powder, Light and Delicate, and this is an 01 Natural. This is what it looks like. This is, I think, one of their lightest shades, or if not the translucent shade. There's no fragrance. I'm gonna go ahead and tap some onto the top of the setting powder. I'm afraid of the shade. I usually go with the translucent sort of shade, so let's see how it goes. I'm gonna make sure this is all blended out, and then I pick it up on the other end, tap it off, and set. It seems like, is it oxidizing? Oh my god, do you guys see that? Oh my god. So it kept this part of my face white, and then it's oxidizing my foundation. I knew it was too good to be true. It looks like it would have flashback as well, and it's kind of tight. Let's see how it sets the rest of the face before we judge. It's looking rough in the streets. Let me take the face brush and apply it all over the face because this is a full review. All right, so this is what the face is looking like set. I'm very disappointed with that setting powder. It's just, it's not working for me. Very disappointed. But I'm gonna go ahead and move on to bronzing up the face as best as we can, girl. At this point, I can't give no promises. I purchased the Stereo Face 6-color cosmetic disc. Easy to have 3-dimensional contours from the She Glam line. So it's supposed to be like a contour powder palette. All right, y'all, so this is what it looks like. It comes with a really nice huge mirror. It does have a few light shades here. It has some contour, some bronzer shade. I think I'm definitely going to take this shade right here and lighten up the area, so thank God. These are matte shades. So I'm gonna take this brush that looks exactly like the Wet n Wild P65 brush. I'm gonna take Vanilla Bourbon, which is this middle yellow shade right here. Okay, so I'm just trying to lighten up the under eyes at least. I don't want to put too much powder because I already have a very matte foundation on, but I have to fix this a little bit. It's gonna work itself out. I say that in every video because I mean it. It's gonna work itself out. I'm gonna take another fluffy brush. This one, it seems like it will be for the face as well, but it's a little smaller than the face brush that I used first. We're gonna have to sit with this mess for a second because I want to move on to doing some contour or powder bronzer. I'm gravitating the most towards a chocolate cake. That's such a cute little name. And then I'm gonna take this sort of weird looking brush right here. This reminds me of that Fenty Beauty brush. I'll put up a picture. I like using a dense brush. Oh yes, honey, yes. Come all the way through. Oh, this is really harsh, but what I was gonna say is that I like to use a dense brush first, and then I like to diffuse it. So I'll take that face brush that I use to try and highlight or whatever I try to do, and I'll sort of diffuse it like this. Oh yes, darling. I am loving, oof, I'm loving it. Yes, cheekbones for days. What? Okay, this is gonna warm up the face really nicely. We're gonna catch the 5 head. I feel like everybody can use this kind of brush. Okay, so I'm gonna take that flat top brush that we tried to use for the eyes, and I want to go in with that bronzer shade again called Chocolate Cake, and I kind of want to define the nose just a little bit. What I like to do is grab that light shade again. I would usually grab a setting powder, but that setting powder is trying to ruin my life. Okay, so this is the face. I want to move on to some blush. So I did go ahead and buy 2 blushes from the Shein website. They're both from the line She Glam. This one is called the Beauty Blush Palette Enhance the Color. That's what it says on the packaging. I didn't make it. And it comes in this really nice packaging. This is an 02 Coral. Ooh, yes. I love a good coral shade. Okay, and it's not too crazy pigmented. You can't really tell what blush is. You kind of have to put it on. And then we have this She Glam Blusher. Comes in this really nice white packaging. And this is in the shade 204 Roman Holiday. Y'all, you can't do that. You know what I'm talking about. Like, it has iridescent vibes. I mean, the shade is just so good. It's hard to be mad, but this does not look like Fenty. But it does come with a really nice mirror. So they're both corally. This one is a little more pinkish. I think I'm gonna go in with this shade. And again, this is in the shade 02 Coral. I'm gonna use the face brush again because it's the only brush that I can use. Okay, so it seems like one of those that you have to build up, which I could appreciate because you don't like, I mean, I personally don't like too much color and then you kind of have to diffuse it. So I could appreciate this blush. I'm not sure how long it would stay on though. I kind of want to try the other one. Okay, yes, so it's definitely more pink. She's showing up, she's showing out. She got a college degree. She's not letting quarantine get to her at all. I feel like this one, you know, it's not too much, but it's not too little. She knows what she's talking about. I do want to go quickly back to the eyes. So I did pick out these lashes. Lashes on the SHEIN website were very high in demand, but I managed to grab these. They look very familiar. I have seen these lashes or something like these lashes like on AliExpress, but I'm not hating, I'm not mad at it. They look very nice. This is from SHEIN Glam, which is I could only assume that it's the SHEIN brand specifically and not like Folklore or, you know, any of the other brands that they carry. Very nice fluttery lashes, and I'm personally excited. So I'm going to cut these up, let them sit. I didn't find any lash glue on the site, so I'm gonna use my lash glue and for the best. So I'm gonna apply these off of camera, finish the eyes off of camera, and then we'll be back to do the lips and apply some highlight. Oh, and I'm gonna apply, should I apply brows off of camera? I don't know. I'll give you my thoughts when I come back. Okay, she trying to undress before we done. So I finished up the lashes. You know, first of all, the lashes look bomb.com. I used my own lash glue, which was the Duo Dark Adhesive Lash Glue. And honestly, the lashes are really good. They're very fluttery. And I also filled in my brows off of camera. It was, I mean, this is the brow product. It's from the SHEIN Glam line. This is the dual-ended fine eyebrow pencil. So it is double-ended and it is in the shade 03 dark brown. Now I do have to say it is a really nice pencil. It has a nice, what is this called? A nice spoolie. I'm not the biggest fan of like angled sort of applicators like this, but it wasn't horrible. It did the job. I would say that this shade in particular was kind of red tone for me, but it wasn't, honestly, it wasn't horrible. I think I got the job done. I would probably use it again. It was pigmented. It was really nice. So I don't have no complaints about that. I don't really have no complaints about anything so far except for that powder. Try to play me. But I am going to move on to mascara before we finish up the face. I purchased the Double Mascara from KQT. So this is not the SHEIN Glam line. It's supposed to curve the lashes. It is another double-ended product. So this is what it looks like. It's super cute. Okay, so it has this huge wand on one side, and then it has this really tiny baby wand on the other side. I apply mascara after I do my lashes, so that's what I'm gonna do to make sure that everything is in place. I can't really tell what it's doing based on the fact that, you know, we're putting it over the false lashes, but I mean, I would have to try this on its own. I'm just trying to lift my false lashes a little bit, and then I am gonna use the very small or the very thin end for the lower lash line. Okay, so for the lower lash line, is it like crazy out of this world good? No, it gets the job done though. I just want to mention is that for the lower lash line, I kind of just did what I did up here, so I just added the same color scheme just to keep everything cohesive. I am going to move on to highlight before we finish up with lips. I have a couple highlighting products. So this is the Artistry palette from SHEIN Glam. This is the other eyeshadow palette. This is the other I knew I ordered another eyeshadow palette. I could have, you know what? I'm gonna have to apply something from here. So this is the other eyeshadow palette that I got. I thought this was a highlighting palette. Oh, this is really nice. I could put this in my inner corner. The mattes feel really nice. I'm gonna use this shade right here. I'm gonna take this brush, the smallest brush. I'm just gonna pop this. It's in the inner corner. It's very glittery. It's kind of like purple toned. It's more glitter flecks than anything, but it's very blinding. My God. We'll add a little bit up here because it's very, yes, darling. Yes, okay. Let's apply some highlighter. So I got the SHEIN Face Shimmer Powder. It's a light up, it says light up the facial features. And this is in the shade 04 Mermaid. I'm guessing it's a pinky sort of shade. Yes, I actually swatched this. So I'm taking that highlighting brush, or what I would use as a highlighting brush. I did order a fan brush from them. Okay. Oh yes, a beautiful thick fan brush. So one side I'm going to do fan brush and the other side I'm going to do this brush. So this is, oh God, honey, come up, come through. I have to go in a little harder. Okay, so it's like a nice, it's definitely pinky. I don't know if you can tell. It's more, okay, there we go. Let me try with the fan brush. So this fan brush is super thick. Oh God, beautiful, 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 beautiful. A lot of people don't like fan brushes. I didn't either, but okay. So I'm really digging into this. This is just not, you know, it's just something that maybe other people prefer. Like, not everybody wants to be seen from space, but I do. I want everyone to see me. It's really nice on the nose. The shade is really nice too, but I feel like I'm wasting a lot of product by digging into it. It could be better, honestly. But we are gonna move on to the lips. The lips is the last step. So for the lips, I got 3 shades here. I got the Aura Long Lasting Matte Lipstick, and this is in the shade 995 Heartbeat. Bullet sort of packaging, which is really cute. This is a brown because I have a issue with getting anything other than nudes. This is what it looks like. And then I got the shade 990 Magical Delight, and this is more of a pinky shade. This one right, oh God. Okay, so it's more of a little pinky shade. I'm gonna mix and match those most likely. And then I got the Fearless Kiss Matte Lipstick in the shade Milk Tea. It sounds like something that might be right up my alley. So you have to sort of pop it up. And then this one, scratch that. I'm gonna use this. This is beautiful. I usually line my lips, but I'm just gonna go right in. Oh yeah. This is not too matte. It's really comfortable. This shade is everything, guys. It is everything. All right, y'all. So the only thing that I don't have is setting spray from them. It was, I mean, it was really like non-existent on the site. But this is the final look. Honestly, I would say this entire experience out of a 10 was probably a 10. Only because like 98% of the products I loved. The only thing that I didn't like was the setting powder, of course. It didn't work for me. Everything else was, honestly, it was great. The only thing that I was kind of iffy about was the highlighting powder. It could have been, for me, personal preference, it could have been way better. I have to try out the other eyeshadow palette. And then the brushes were really good. The sponge was really great. And then this particular concealer was, it was okay for me. I would have to try it out a little more, but I prefer the other concealer. But honestly, I think we made it work. I hope I look good on camera because I feel pretty good. I really like this lip. I like the lip. All right, you guys, so this is the end of the video. You guys let me know down in the comments what you think about this look. If you've tried any SHEIN makeup products, if you even knew that SHEIN had a makeup line. I'm like super excited, and they're super cheap, super affordable. But let me know what you guys want to see next. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.